Welcome back to the show, folks. We are here in my brother's joint yet again. Welcome back to the studio. As always, I'm here, Gary, my brother beside me, CJ.
And our always distinguished guest, Ed.
What are you doing? Turn off your goddamn ringer.
Did you
I
just
heard
turn
it
your
go
ringer
off.
on a
Why would I do
podcast?
that?
It's become a running thing. We shit on you immediately at the beginning of every
Usually.
podcast.
It's
We owe
usually
you like
something.
5 hugs now, buddy.
Oh,
Not good.
put it on
Are you
silent.
texting right now too?
Yes, you know it is.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
Lame.
That's terrible. Just officially, when we give the award of worst guest, you're getting it now.
Yeah.
Just who does that?
How
Who
can
the
I be the
fuck
worst
do-
guest when I'm like the majority
You're not
guest?
the only guest, though.
That doesn't
majority.
mean just because you're a majority guest doesn't mean you're not a dickhead. We're dickheads.
Exactly.
I say we.
We are.
Yeah.
Anyway, eventful week this week.
Imagine,
Yeah.
for starters, it's episode 20.
It is episode 20.
We made it to episode 20 and never had anybody get offended enough to have anything bad happen.
No, not yeah.
I
which
just
is
I just
for
think
us
it's because you don't have it. Yeah, that's just whoa. enough
I
views
think
yet.
you don't have a good enough fucking camera.
Oh, I'm sure the hate will come at some point.
Oh,
for
it'll
sure.
happen.
There's no doubt about that. Ed, did you just drop your camera?
But like my cup says,
No, I smacked
I
it with
asked
my
for
phone. And I
coffee.
laid my phone down.
not your opinion.
So I guess we're gonna start the show off by doing that little segment.
Yeah, we'll do something a little different now. I mean, it's probably something that we should have done a long time ago, like when we started. But we've never really given you guys as viewers any real backstory or a whole lot of knowledge about us as individuals. I mean, you've learned some of the stories and escapades that we've been on, but that doesn't really tell you much about who we are.
No.
So we thought we'd try and
Yeah.
just give you a little bit of a more history on us, and so that way you guys might identify with us a little bit more or not like us a little bit more, whatever.
Either way, works for us.
Ed, you're the guest, so you get to start.
You get to go first, but the privilege.
Let's see. I'm from Newfoundland, and if you haven't noticed, my ancestry happens to be Irish.
Hence the ginger.
Really? I was thinking like
Yeah.
Australian.
G'day, mate. But no.
Yeah. What else?
But well, let's see. Living in Newfoundland, there isn't much else. I mean,
That's harsh words there. It is kind of slow there, though. You're right. It's hard.
yeah, it's laid back. It's not the same.
Yeah.
I mean, I've lived all over, but I mean, originally grew up here, ended up moving back here.
Yeah,
It's a different way of life.
for
It's like,
sure.
well, there's other places like it. I mean, any really small town,
Yeah,
similar
for sure.
atmosphere to most of Newfoundland.
Especially coastal, yeah.
Yeah.
So give us a bit about your background, though, like professionally.
Not
did
professional
stuff.
dickhead doesn't count.
You did stuff, yeah.
You're an automotive technician,
Yeah, automotive service technician, journeyman.
and not a bad
trade.
one, surplically.
Apparently, I heard something about that.
Well, I specialized. Well, when I first started off, I used to repair electronics when I first got out of high school, just basically as a hobby. So when I went into automotive, a lot of the younger guys were scared to death of the electrical systems because they're so complex. Whereas I was like, well, fuck, I'll take it on.
Me.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I'll take it on. So when I first got out of school, I started specializing in electrical. And then, I worked at a couple different dealerships. And over the years, one dealership I worked at, all of a sudden they needed an engine guy. So I was an engine guy for a few years, specialized in engines. And then the last dealership I worked at, the transmission guy just up and quit. So I was transmission specialist there for several years. So
You know,
not only am I a journeyman, but I have specialized in pretty much everything.
sorry for you.
Now, is there a master level technician course or test you can take?
On the dealer level, there is. Like,
Okay.
when it comes to
For like good wrench service or Ford service or...
yeah, like brand wise, like there's
Yeah.
Master Tech at Chrysler, and like all the brands have like different levels of specific brand specific training, because even though they're all pretty much the same, there are slight nuances different from makes Ford slightly different than a Chev, and Chev slightly different than a Dodge.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, all the parts are basically the same, but I mean, they're built at different standards, slightly different layouts.
So
Yeah,
give me
not
some
necessarily.
passions. What do you love
Passion.
doing when you're not with us? We know there's a wide range, right? We know, but they don't
Yeah,
know.
a little bit. Well, obviously, bit of a gearhead. That's why I got into automotive.
Yeah.
But but more of a my interest is basically anything mechanical or anything man
You're
made
a
for the most
tinkerer.
part. Yeah, like whether it's like
Yeah.
working on a computer or fixing a car, or if I had an opportunity, a plane or a space shuttle, it wouldn't matter to me.
Yeah, you like tinkering with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'll go. My background. I grew up in Deer Lake, Newfoundland, for obviously most of my life. I've been all over the country. I with my job, I was an electrician. When I turned 18, I went to trade school. Well, actually, first I went to Alberta. I had a company put me through trade school there for my first year, and then the rest was done back in Newfoundland. And then I've been Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, uh, a lot of work in Newfoundland, Labrador as well, all the way from like electrical all the way up to supervision team, Hebron project, stuff like that. And now I'm here. We're doing some project management here and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
What are
Go
your
ahead, buddy.
passions for?
Yeah, you only gave like work
Who you
history. You didn't
like?
say anything else.
We
Man, I
know
got
you like archery.
so many things: archery, boxing, just car. I'm a little bit of a gearhead, not as much as you guys. I don't think. Uh, I used to be, but I kind of lost that passion a little bit. I think over
Well,
the
you
years.
got out of the environment, right?
Yeah,
Like,
like
I mean, it was if you would have been living on the West Coast
Yeah,
when we were all living on the West Coast,
yeah,
you would have been nose deep in the
But-
shop too. So.
yeah. Other than that, like obviously hunting is one of my favorite things to do, for sure, right? I mean, other than that, pretty simple guy. You know,
That's fair enough.
I like a good beer or a glass of scotch, scotch especially.
And
Yo.
we are learning all of a sudden that bourbon is quite good.
Yeah, and a bourbon margarita
Is the way to go.
is one of the best things I've ever had. I know that sounds ridiculous.
Shout out to what is it, Envy?
NV,
Yeah,
in
NV.
downtown Guelph on Wyndham Street.
What is a bourbon margarita?
It's,
Well,
a,
it's a
margarita
margarita.
with bourbon instead of tequila.
Yeah.
Okay, well let me rephrase that. What the hell's a margarita? Because I've never had one.
You know the
I know I've heard of
you know
them,
the green
obviously.
drink with the salt rim.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I mean is
Chick
what's
drink?
in it.
I think it's like,
There's what vermouth and
is there grenadine in it too, and lime usually or
maybe
something?
there's
I don't
definitely
know.
lime in there. Crushed ice.
I don't know. I've never really. I think I've only
Usually
had
you
like two
see it
margaritas
almost
my
like a
whole life.
daiquiri kind of look, right? Because it's
Mm.
mostly crushed ice and it's almost like a slushy.
Mm.
But a real one is drink.
Anyway, those things are amazing. They make a killer whiskey sour too over there.
Yeah, they're
That's now that I can tell you what's in it, Ed.
good.
That's 2 shots of bourbon, 1 shot of lemon juice, 1 shot of simple syrup, and 1 shot of egg whites. Shaken well, dry, then over ice, then in the glass. Full of ice.
Overly complex.
Egg whites?
Oh, yeah.
Single egg white. Yeah.
1 egg white, and then, because then it puts this little layer of like meringue on the top of the drink because it cooks when you shake. Well, I guess it doesn't cook.
well,
I don't know what
no, it
does,
doesn't.
but
Aerates.
Well,
aerates
yeah,
it, right?
All meringue is whipped egg white.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
yeah. Well,
it's
I
just-
guess when it's mixed in with the ice and you're shaking it, yeah.
It rises to the top, and then it makes everything real smooth when you drink it because it cuts the citrus of the lemon juice and shit like that.
Sounds
So good. You wouldn't like
sounds interesting. What?
it. You wouldn't like it
Why not?
because you're picky.
Over food.
You're very particular what you drink, man, and eat.
Not. It's mostly food.
And what liquids do you drink?
Coffee.
You don't like water, Ed.
Yeah, because water has it tastes like rocks.
It's because it's full of minerals.
Never heard anybody
Right,
describe
exactly.
water. It's like drinking
for
rocks.
you.
Man. Ed, you gotta drink water, bro.
Yeah, but when it comes to liquor, I'm
But
not
not-
picky.
Well,
I suppose,
I'm not.
but it all kind of tastes the same.
It all tastes like
Like
burning.
all rums are.
It all tastes like
They
burning.
all taste like
Come
rum.
on.
Like I can distinguish. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's
But,
if
like,
that's
I
if
can
they burn you.
distinguish rum from bourbon.
Yeah.
But if you gave me like 2 amber rums of different
Oh
brands.
yeah.
I would
No,
never
I-
be able to tell.
You wouldn't be able to tell them apart, but you could tell if one obviously was a higher quality because usually they're a bit better. But you
Yeah,
wouldn't
oh
be able
yeah,
to,
maybe,
you know.
and maybe I couldn't even do that. Somebody gave me 3 shots of tequila one time,
Yeah.
and one of them was like gold Patron or whatever, platinum, whatever that shit is,
Fancy.
and I couldn't tell the difference between the piss poor one and that one. It was too
Well,
dark to tell what
with
color it was.
tequila, I can't blame I was never a fan of tequila. That's
No,
just,
that tastes like a
and
fucking
that's why we
dog's
say
ass.
the bourbon margarita.
That's the worst. That's why I don't drink
Woodford
margaritas
bourbon
because
at
tequila
that.
in it.
But I mean, when it comes to like Scotch whiskey and rum, I mean, you got high end ones that you can usually tell with those.
Oh yeah, because the cheap ones taste like gas.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're fucking terrible. Johnny
After
Walker
you
Red.
ha-
That's
well,
disgusting.
after you, well, that's the thing. After you drink something like that, you literally feel flammable for the next couple of days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would.
Well, actually, Johnny Walker Red's not that bad.
But I bet you
There's
could
a
walk
lot
up
worse
to
ones
Johnny
than
with
that.
a flamethrower, and you'd still be a couple feet away from him. I think he'd start igniting.
Johnny.
Yeah,
Oh, for sure.
you got a lot of leftover alcohol in that system. I think.
That's rolled hard and put away wet.
Yeah, I think if you
Yeah.
squeezed in right hard,
If you're right, man, we'll get a phone call after this
It
show.
would just smell like vodka. Who's
Now,
getting a weird phone call?
Ed,
Ed?
or no, Johnny, call us after he sees this show. He'll be like, stop talking shit.
Well, maybe this time I'll actually fucking talk to him.
Come on the show and defend yourself.
you asshole.
You big bitch. Listen, you go ahead and then I got a bone to pick, but don't let me forget it.
Okay.
That's going to be controversial.
Ooh, I likes them ones.
They're the best ones. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Not
the good ones.
controversial for us, but
All right. Well, I'm a little bit more of a Renaissance man than these two simple folks who picked a trade and stuck with it and, went places and shit. Basically, I grew up
ended
first
up in the
part
same
of
spot though.
yeah, we're all ended up in the same place. The first half of my childhood I spent on the west coast of Newfoundland, and then I spent the rest of my time pretty much up here in Ontario. Finished high school in Newfoundland and joined the Navy. Did that for a few years. Went
Where
some
did you go
places.
while you're in the Navy? Like what places did you? I guess all over, like lots of ports you ended up in.
Yeah. The big one, we were in England and Greece, and we were in the United Arab Emirates for a while. That's other than the heat. Wow,
What a place!
what a place!
Yeah.
But now I understand why they wear full robes.
Yeah, so you don't get skin cancer.
Well, not even just for like the skin cancer part. It keeps them cooler.
Oh yeah, it's got to be brutal. That sunbeam.
You goes over there. You want some moo. Like
Well,
moo is
considering
best friend.
Considering everybody thinks I'm retarded here because I always got a very light shirt on, covering my arms when I ever go outside. And I'm like,
Nothing wrong with that.
look at people. I was like, look at me. I literally burst into flames in direct sunlight.
I could light on fire
Yeah,
at any
it's
moment.
kind of weird. You're like one of those translucent fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not
Neons.
only that, like they're saying, but they say,
Oh,
like,
you need to
but,
swallow
don't
a
you-
glow
don't you-
stick.
They talk about having exposed skin, right,
If
to cool
I'll
off.
give you $20
but
to swallow a glow.
You'll
stick.
look like one of those neon fish.
Come on. Okay,
Anyway, we're supposed to be talking
Go
about
ahead.
me right now.
Yeah, you're supposed to be talking. Gary, go ahead.
God damn.
Jesus, Ed always trying to steal his fucking spotlight
Ugh.
here.
Anyway,
Cool it,
yeah,
okay.
and we stopped in Hong Kong very briefly, Thailand just for fuel. Then we stopped in Hawaii for a couple
You get your
days.
skin while you're in Thailand?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm. No. Mm-mm. Like normally when you go to a port, there's condoms that you're free to take when you go off the boat.
The good
They
old
didn't
Navy.
even offer them.
Ah,
They're
the
like,
good old
no.
Navy.
Just don't.
Yeah, you're like,
Where's
no.
the condoms? You don't get any because you ain't getting any. Don't touch nothing. Anything. Don't even let them touch you.
Uh-oh.
Just if it's $5, it's 5 years of pain and torture. Just stay away from it.
Not good.
Hawaii was great fun. Flicking pennies at hookers. That was great. That was a fun time.
That's when he was a less evolved man.
That's when they used to have pennies. You guys remember pennies?
Do you remember pennies?
Pennies were great.
Isn't that weird?
Remember? Oh, remember this? The $1 bill. Remember the $2
I remember the $2 bill. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, how the fuck do you remember the $1 bill?
What do you mean? How do I remember the $1 bill?
Were you around when they get rid of that?
I don't know, but I definitely remember the $1 bill.
It wasn't around when I was around.
It was
when
brown.
I mean, maybe when I was a baby.
It wasn't like the dark brown, like the
Ed, can you
$100 bill.
can you Google when, as Gary finishes his thing? Can you Google when the $1 bill was ceased
in
to be
circulation.
circulated in Canada?
No, I don't want to be on my phone during the podcast.
Fucking idiot.
Don't
See,
be
I
such
knew
a
that was coming.
fuck.
You were waiting for that and everything. I could come through the fucking screen, that, you know? That's new for you folks. For I'd like to give Ed a smack in the head.
Yeah. Everybody's had a moment where they want to reach through the phone and like slap the call center operator and stuff.
Yeah.
We get it.
Okay, continue.
Yeah. So after that, I got out of the military and I moved back, eventually back to Newfoundland. And I had my family with me there and pretty much did automotive work for the gist of that 10 years, other than, well, it was more split, I guess, between the treatment plant and automotive. But yeah, that's pretty much the work history. It's been a bit of everything.
Yeah.
But, my personal interests, hunting's obviously a huge one, conservation, just being in the wilderness environment. Just that alone, I think, is enough to help a whole lot of the human population if they just get the fuck out in the woods.
You know, they say after
just go for a walk, put on
after
some
3 days in the
tick-resistant
woods of
style
camping.
clothing, and get out there. Huh?
After 3 days in the woods of camping, like your stress levels drop by like half.
Yeah.
If you spend 3 days.
What the fuck you stressed about?
Like, yeah.
You're beautiful in the woods camping.
So like, all right.
Oh, Ed, I'm going to show you something.
Oh, and 1989 to $1 bill got discontinued.
What do you think of that shit, Ed? Right there.
Isn't that so pretty?
That's the brand new bow, buddy.
Yeah, she's not bad. What one is that one?
So this is the PSE Stinger Max Pro. It's the Pro because it's got a better arrow rest on it. A couple other little small things as well, better stabilizers and such. But yeah, we had her out the other day.
Yeah, Saturday.
Check it all out on Instagram, Ed, and everybody watching. Check it out on Instagram. See me loosen a couple harrows, and you'll see a brother here.
Yep.
Whapping away himself.
Oh, yeah.
So stay tuned to that. And we're going to keep going with the archery themes. We're going to keep going with the archery videos. Any of you guys watching, you have any little challenges that you'd like to see us try?
Yeah.
Any ideas like that? Throw a comment down below. We'll take a look. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, or message us on Instagram.
Absolutely.
Other one.
Matt
That works
Brothers
too.
Joint.
That's probably the best way. You want to see a challenge. If you don't want, if you're not watching on YouTube,
correct,
where you can't leave a comment, then just pop over to our Instagram, give us a DM, and we'll certainly get to it for sure.
Absolutely. And since we're on the topic, hit the like button while you're watching here if you're on YouTube, and subscribe, ding the bell.
And to our buddies at Bespoken, I know you hit us up on Instagram there, so you'd love to do some of that. So I'll tell you what, we even trade. You guys give us some boxing lessons, and we'll take you down to the range for sure any day. No
Done
problem.
deal.
You got an open invitation.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Where are they guys? Where are they located?
Toronto.
Yeah.
Great dudes.
You're all
Real
dicks.
good podcast. Check them out, folks.
Yeah.
Bespoken.
Whatever. You're all dicks.
GTA.
What do you mean we're dicks? Just because we have dicks
That's it.
doesn't
You
make us
do.
dicks.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what we spent Saturday doing, is picking up.
I'm saying it because I'm
Gary's
stuck
new
down
bow.
here and can't do any of this stuff.
Well, if you could find yourself a compound bow, you could definitely partake in the challenges.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was just talking about what you were talking about.
Aren't you right-handed?
Yes.
Go get Johnny's.
Just gonna say, go get Johnny's bow.
Oh, I know there's lots of people with bows. I was shooting bows there just the other weekend.
You just got to adjust the draw length. That's all.
So what's the problem for you then?
Because you probably got a 40,000-foot draw.
What I was saying was, you guys are dicks because you're able to team up with that other group and do these things. I'm left out because I'm on the other side, like down here. I was just making a joke.
Well, it's not
Nothing to
hard
do
to
with just the archery.
So pack your shit, get in the truck,
Yeah, the wife and kids will real appreciate that.
They might.
put them in the truck.
You got African lion safari here, bro.
That's true.
Yeah, I know.
They can look at giraffes and hippos all day.
Wonderland. I'll take Jesse
I
over
went-
to Bass
I went-
Pro, and we'll do the BB targets.
Oh,
They got a BB gun
I gotta
target
pick
in
that
there.
bone too.
Ooh, yeah. I likes controversial bones. Pick it.
Listen to me, folks. And I'll clear it before I go into it too far.
Don't just jump right in like
What
a madman.
happened to Indigenous people in Canada
Oh, yeah.
was terrible. Make no bones about it. That's an awful fucking thing that should happen to nobody. Ever. However, you want to cancel Canada Day.
What?
Yeah, people.
Oh,
missed
you didn't
this.
hear about this?
A lot of people.
No, I
are-
missed
Yeah.
this.
They want
Yeah.
to cancel Canada Day
Yeah.
because it's hurtful to Indigenous people because it's Canada's birthday and it was their country first. And I agree, it was your country first. It's a pretty big country. We could probably all share it anyway. But I didn't do it, and he didn't do it. Do you know what I mean?
What are you going to take Canada Day away from me? I fucking love my country, man.
You want to crucify the son for the sins of the father.
Yeah.
It's a ridiculous. I'm not a religious man by any means, but it's a ridiculous notion to think that we are the same people as our forefathers. We might be the same color and look the same way, but
it wasn't even our forefathers, though. It was a very small group of people.
I know. I'm speaking loosely,
Just
right?
past
I'm
generations.
just trying to get
is all.
to a point that we had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean? So you can't expect us to pay the price for it.
No, and at the same time, people need to remember, like, yes, okay, we're a country, and as a country, when it came to that, the government failed. Whatever. Okay, it happened. But find me a fucking country that hasn't completely failed its own people before.
They all have.
Every single one of them.
And there's some big ones.
Yeah, there's some way bigger than others. But my point is, they're going to sit there and say, well, we need to cancel Canada Day. Because we made a mistake a couple hundred years ago? Or however long ago it was? Even if it was only 80 years
say
ago.
we.
True.
I have fuck
No,
all
but
to do
I
with
just mean we as a country, right?
Sure.
But to try and take away a celebration of the country itself because of a mistake that was made
before we were founded as Canada.
But here's the problem I have with even that line of.
That's what this
well,
is
I'm
all.
sure
I thought it was
continued
about
on
the
through,
school thing.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Yes.
Yeah.
But,
Saying it?
The problem is with saying that it was Canada never made the mistake. It was a government, or
that's what I'm saying.
Different governments over time.
Yeah,
and governments come and go.
Yeah,
this is, like I said, this is a result of the mismanagement and actions of a small group of people, not the entire country.
Yeah.
And to take away Canada Day is idiotic.
It's ridiculous.
To me, it should be like, we need to learn something great from this, sure, and move forward. And we should still be celebrating Canada Day because Canada's free enough that we can do that. We can.
Well, that was one of the good things about
That's
Canada.
the point.
Is we generally, I say, tend to learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
That's why we're better people now,
right? Because we'll go, oh, hey, wow, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
we're not going to do that again.
Yeah,
that's all. As a human being, Jesus Christ, if that's all you can ever get, you've won.
It's called growth as a species.
It's called what?
Growth as a species.
Yeah. Recognize you're fucking up. Change it.
We should all get mad because back in the day, cavemen clubbed each other to death. I get that's what I'm saying. That's how ridiculous it is. Like, how far back are we going to go? You know what I mean?
It'd be a lot easier to online dating.
That's a good point.
You're mine. Come on.
But like, at what point do you just call nonsense? You know what I mean? Like, how fucking far back are we going to go here? It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like it's an accurate response, rebuttal, whatever.
No,
to the situation. This doesn't relate equally. Like,
it's like canceling a guy for something he did 30 years ago. He's probably not that guy anymore.
No.
As long as it wasn't too horrendous. Don't get me wrong.
That would
depend. You should probably go to jail. But
yeah,
I'm just saying, if you made a mistake by use the wrong word that normally you wouldn't use today, because today's standards are vastly different from 30 years ago. So now we abide by today's standards, except the assholes. Don't get me wrong. There's still some fucking assholes out there.
Always.
But most of us.
Also, the age at which the person was when the whatever it is they did or said happened. Yeah. Because, I mean, let's face it. When you're a teenager, you're a big idiot. You do and say a lot of things just for attention.
Of course.
Don't realize the consequences.
We're morons. Men are morons when we're young. One day... You're just playing with your buddies, and then
humans in general.
For sure.
Humans in general,
But we get real dumb. When puberty comes around, like, we're just idiots.
Yeah. Oh, there's a certain type of dumbness that is definitely male specific,
for sure.
Especially when it comes to like the ego and physicality.
Oh,
and like
100%.
like all the
But,
pissing contests, figuratively and
Yeah,
literally.
You fucking lose every time, unless it's who can piss the least.
Yeah.
For that, you are the hands down gold seal champion.
Yeah, I'll give you the title now.
We'll make you a
We got
belt
the
and
belt. We
everything.
got the belt on the way.
Because I ain't never gonna be able to do that.
No, me either. But anyway,
Well, I
folks,
know you
just
can,
stop
of
trying to
course.
fucking cancel people. It's goddamn ridiculous.
Yeah.
Plus, eventually, you all start eating yourselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And another fucking thing, people like us are on your side, even though we don't yell it from the rooftops like you do. We think everybody should be treated equally too.
Yeah. You don't need to
That's
scream
the
to
fact
be
of the
heard.
matter, right? However, when you get ridiculous, you start to lose me.
Yeah.
And it makes me not want to be on your fucking team.
Yeah. Because then you're just being a foolish.
I can't be
Well, yeah, 'cause, I
associated
mean-
with you if you're going to be fucking ridiculous.
You can't
Sorry.
blame Canada because guess what? We are Canada. The people that are
Yeah.
saying this are Canada. Canada are the people, not the government. The
That's
government
right.
makes governments come and go. And guess what? If the government fucks up and does something and we know about it while they're in office, we
Yeah.
get them the fuck out. It's up to
And
us.
one
who
more
sits
thing.
in those chairs.
We're basically liberals here. Healthcare, free schooling if you can, all that stuff. That'd be great. But fuck off trying to take my guns.
Yeah. No.
That vexes me.
Can't have
Stop doing that shit.
it. Can't have
It's
it.
ridiculous.
Can't
I
have
just
it.
want hunting firearms. That's it. We're good.
Can't have them.
Goddamn silliness.
Can't have them.
Anyway, now that that bone is picked, it's out of the way, and soon to be Happy Canada Day.
Buried in the backyard. Bone
good
is
to go.
done. Happy upcoming Canada Day, folks. It's coming up. What? It's going to be tomorrow when this airs.
It's going to be tomorrow when this airs.
Yeah.
But Canada Day's not for another 3 days.
I know.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, Happy Canada Day tomorrow to all the viewers out there. Not to you two fucks. You're here now.
Oh, okay.
I'm,
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, hopefully, as long as there is one.
I'm having one no matter
Yeah,
what.
we're having one anyway. We don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
You
You
can
can tell who
cancel
you
it.
want to.
They
You know
all
what?
want it canceled until they realize they'll have to go back into work that fucking day.
That'll suck. You lose your holiday.
Do you know why we need to celebrate Canada Day? I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because Canada is about one of the only countries on the planet that would even consider getting rid of their own holiday because of this.
Yeah,
You
Any
try
other
doing that
country would
shit
be
in
like-
America.
They
You try asking them
Oh,
to Independence, like,
They
don't, let's not do
burn ya.
Independence Day. Like, are you out of your fucking
and
mind?
They
and
burn
that's
ya.
and that's the entire reason why, even if like the government was like, oh well, we're not really going to make much of a deal about Canada Day, as a people we still should, because it's
Yes.
the freedom that we have that we allowed
Yeah.
to do that
Launch your
is
fucking
why we're celebrating
fireworks
Canada Day.
all over the place.
Have a time.
Tell your neighbor who got a dog, I'm gonna launch fireworks. Go fucking launch some.
Yeah.
Everybody loves them. Just do
And
it
kids.
safe. Enjoy the holiday.
Yeah.
Get shit faced. Don't drive.
And kids, get
Enjoy.
some Roman candles, light them, shoot them at each other. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Bottle
Just
rockets,
aim
baby.
aim
Not-
for the body.
Not out of moving vehicles.
No, that's a bad idea. Don't do
Without
it.
supervision.
We're just
No,
kidding.
it
Don't-
doesn't matter.
Probably don't.
I've seen
probably,
enough-
Probably
well,
don't shoot Roman
Always
candles at
find
each
a
other.
reliable
Unless
uncle.
you're going to
I will tell
unless you're
your
going to
kids
record
that
it,
when you have
because it's even more funny YouTube videos.
You know what I miss is lawn darts.
real ones.
Yeah,
Now they got like this little dome on the bottom of them.
stupid. Those things were dangerous.
Yeah, and they were heavy. They were like 5 pounds.
yeah, I was
per
about to
arrow.
say,
Throw
I
them in
remember-
the air and see who
I
would stay in
remember
the
You
circle
something
could
longer.
fucking launch those things, man.
Like
I remember I was about 6 years old when I found the set of lawn darts in my shed, and I asked my parents what they were. They told me what they were, and I opened up the box and I took out one arrow and just grabbed it by that little stem behind the fins, and I was like, "Wow, this got some mass!" Like, I was
Yeah.
thinking to myself, like, you throw this up in the air,
Yeah, yeah.
and what?
you try
you
and
guys
get it
do
in a
what with
hole.
it's like getting a wood burning kit for Christmas.
Yeah.
and then going over and the only plug that's free is by the drapes.
Yeah, because the cord's only this long.
So you got to burn wood
1
by
foot
the fucking
cord.
drape. That
You got?
coil
You guys
would never
get any of those?
through FDA approval now
A wood burning kit.
or what- CSA?
My
Yeah,
cousin had
I had one.
Yeah,
I
one.
had one.
I wanted
Yeah.
one.
Super dangerous.
Did you ever see the
No.
little mini wood lathe that you could get too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're cool. See, I got this one. I didn't get bought a whole lot of tools as a kid because I kind of was a little distractible as a child. I remember I got this. It was
You
really
mean
nice. It was like
Simple.
no, distractible, like ADHD.
Yeah.
basically I got this toolkit, and it was a really nice one. Came in a nice wooden box with 2 fold-out wooden doors.
Oh, I remember those.
Had like a
Blue
real
hammer?
hacksaw, real hammer, but they were just
Yeah.
kid size. So I was like, "Oh my god, this is awesome! I'm like a
Yeah.
man now." And I
Your
got,
little saw.
and then I was like, oh, "I'm a man now, so I'm gonna take my GI Joe." And on the back of it, like on the back of the box, there was a big like bio card.
Yeah.
Would tell you all about him, all his missions and stuff. So I was like, "Sick! I got this saw. Boom! I'm gonna cut it out. It's gonna be sick. I'll stick it up on my wall." So I'm cutting, everything's going good, and I cut the top of my finger off.
Right away.
So
It's like the Christmas story. It's like when he wants a BB gun. They're like, "Yo, shoot your eye out." The
Yeah.
whole fucking movie. And then the kid gets a fucking BB gun. The first shot he takes shoots his fucking eye out.
Yep.
Well, it breaks his glasses, but whatever.
Man, every time I buy a new knife, even in my 30s, it never fails. I'll even be telling myself as I'm taking it out and about to check its sharpness or to cut something the first time with it, I'll be telling myself, "No, I got to remember this is
Don't
brand new,
touch
super
it."
sharp. Cut away from myself, and I'll get distracted for a fraction of a second, and every time.
Blood everywhere.
It's well, I mean, the last scar I got was right to the bone. I mean, I almost took the finger off.
Some bad when you feel it hit the.
Oh yeah, it's terrible.
I felt it slice right through and then right into the bone, like hit the bone. You're like, oh, yeah.
It actually weirdly doesn't hurt for a second.
No,
No,
You
it's
almost
just,
don't feel anything, and then
as
you're
long
like,
as it's cleanly cut, right?
and then you're like,
It's
"Oh,
almost
wow."
like you had.
Yeah. Oh, wow! Look
It's
at
like
that.
It's like getting hit in the nuts.
Yeah.
You know that time when you get hit in the nuts, and then like there's the pause, and you go,
You get that like 2
wait.
seconds of. Oh!
maybe it won't hurt, and then you're like, "Oh, never." And by the time you get that thought to go through, you go, "Oh, never mind."
I was about to say, usually that's only the first couple times that's happened to you. After that, you're like, oh shit, it doesn't hurt right away. This is not going to be good.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, this is
if
going to
it
be
doesn't hurt
worse.
immediately, you're like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be terrible."
I could totally go for a cigarette.
Nah,
I'm not gonna.
quit smoking, boy.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't smoke cigarettes.
I know. So, what were your first impressions on the bow after you farted?
I'm actually quite surprised at how smooth it is.
Yeah.
Once I found the distance where the valley's going to drop in,
Yep.
It really smoothed out, like for me.
Yeah.
And
And what are you shooting at? What poundage?
60 pounds.
Yep.
And it's a 500 grain arrow. That's for the arrow and the head combined.
Yep.
So it's a good all-round kind of target / hunting arrow. Just with field tips on it, the skinny ones. They have very cool purple fletches on them, so it's pretty badass. But yeah, no, it's real comfortable. I don't find it overly heavy. I do prefer shooting without the quiver on, but
Let off is nice.
let off is quite nice. Yeah, I can hold it comfortably.
It's
I
what,
don't
around
find
80%
it
or something
strange.
like
And
that?
yeah,
80%
80%.
let off. Yeah.
I'm still trying to figure out. I think I may have to adjust my release again.
Just for speed?
Something's still not feeling
Okay.
where
lined
it
up.
should. Yeah, something's. I'm still feeling like my string is coming too far back. I feel like I'm having to
You know, I was
knock my head over.
yeah. You know, I was thinking the other day how fast your release goes down and drops. I wonder if it's not quite fast enough and it's touching the fletching. You know how because it was always going a
It's
little left and
possible.
high.
Yeah,
Like what if it's as it's passing the rest, it's touching the fletching a little bit and
possible.
just moving it off from what you're aiming.
Yeah, that's
You know
good.
what I mean?
That could be.
It doesn't take
possible.
much, right? Once you touch, where the
No,
fletching
no.
is rounded,
If that angle
if
is
it
a little
rides
bit
at all, you're going high. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And where there's always a vein up and then 2 veins down. If it's touching this vein, it's going to push that arrow up and to the left, just like it's doing to you.
Yeah.
Right?
you're
The
probably
other thing
right.
too is grip. Like as you let go, keeping the bow perfectly still.
Yeah.
The slightest little twist as you're letting go
Yeah,
Yeah.
is gonna.
Well, you kind of want to let it fall forward in your hand.
yeah. You just kind of
Yeah,
want
forward
let it
is
go.
fine, but I'm
Yeah.
talking about sometimes you ends up having a sideways twist, either
Yeah.
one way or the
Oh
other.
yeah, and that,
Just
the other
you know
thing
what I mean?
too is what we were shooting. Like he was still shooting decent groups, but we were shooting in a crosswind, and it was like a heavy one, like heavy gusts every now and then.
I'm actually surprised how consistent we were
Yeah.
with that
So
crosswind.
you'd get a pause, and then it would come up, but it would be gusty. Like you'd literally be
You
like
watch
in
your bow
full
just-
draw, and the top of your bow would torque that way when the wind would come by. And there's nothing you can do about it because when you're holding a bow, you're not really holding it, right?
No, it's just a
It's
guide on
literally
the
pulled
front.
against the crest of your palm on your lifeline, right here. And then these two fingers literally just kind of touch it, and that folds in under the wrist like that. You're really not holding anything.
No, it's just the tension that
Yeah.
keeps everything
As
up.
long as you can stop doing this and you roll into your hand, you'll be pretty good for torque wise. But yeah, it was a heavy crosswind, man, and I think that had obviously a lot to play too.
It did, but like I say, we were
For
still
sure.
doing really good groupings. Like
Yeah, for
at
sure.
the worst, we were getting like a 5 or 6 inch grouping.
Yeah.
And I mean, it really came down to a matter of, okay, the wind just started blowing, and it's still blowing. So now, once the bow settles down in the consistent wind, then I can let go.
Yeah.
It's all about timing and instinct.
It will get you in on the challenges.
Yes.
For
Yes,
sure.
because that bow is adjustable, is it not?
Oh yeah. You
Yeah,
can put
yeah.
that out to 30 inches,
Yeah.
and you can take it down to 70. It's at 70 pounds now. You can take it down to all the way down to 50 if you
Might
want.
as well drop it down to 60.
So we shoot at 60 pounds right now.
60
Just-
is reasonable.
It's just because it's a lot of target shooting, so it's a lot of repetition. So you don't really want to be hauling 70 pounds every time.
Yeah, 60 is
But-
actually a bit much for target practice.
And it's just at 60 you don't lose that yardage and that speed, right?
Yeah, well, and my thing too is when I do then take it out hunting at 70 pounds, I don't want it to seem like a full 20-pound
Yeah,
addition, right? Just 10 pounds is much more easier to manage as a new weight.
for sure. Do you want to tell Ed the plans for the future, Bo?
Oh, which one? Who's
The one you're getting,
Want me?
Yeah. the one you're going to build.
You're gonna need to look it up, Ed. It's called the PSE, same brand as the one I got now, but it's called the Stealth Mach 1.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy.
not really designed as a range bow,
No, it's more of a hunting bow.
but I'm gonna do it up more so as a range bow
But
that I can take hunting.
It'll be good for that though, because it's like a 33-inch axle to axle. So it's a
Yes,
long
it's a
axle
nice
to axle,
tall bow. It's got a big riser on it, and
right?
it's
Good bow for you, Ed.
Yeah, it would be actually. It's all carbon fiber. Oh,
It's
it's gonna take me
Awesome.
a full year to save up to get it.
$1,600.
Yeah, that's just for the frame.
Just a bow. That's no sight, no rest, no
No quiver, no
Nothing.
nothing.
stabilizers.
Like I said, it's gonna take me a full year to save up for
Yeah.
that sucker. Unless you viewers at home want me to create a FundMe account. If you want me to create a FundMe account to obtain my dream PSE Stealth Mach
You
1,
could just slap some likes and we'll get monetized eventually.
well, yeah, but
Well,
if they
that's
start
the
a
other thing I
FundMe
was about to
account, that
say.
could be a lot faster.
Yeah.
They're gonna hit like
Start-
anyways, aren't you folks? Aren't you?
Start liking and subscribing.
Yeah.
We get enough subscribers, we can even
Yeah.
get sponsorships from these companies. Imagine PSE come sponsor an episode.
We'll make you some fancy videos, I tell you. Lots of entertainment value.
So that's going to be your target bow.
I think so, yeah.
What color are you going to get it in?
If I
Hot-
can get it in
hot pink.
anodized, no. If
He
I can
would
get,
though if
if I can get it in anodized purple, I will.
I'm sure. Didn't they make one in anodized purple? What one was it?
There is one there
it the
that we
Evo?
saw. I'm not sure.
I think it's the Evo.
It could be.
What for some reason I find it very, very funny that the bow is named Stealth and you're going to get it in purple.
Well,
does come in a
I'm
nice
all
flat
about
black.
contradictions, Ed.
Yeah. And then, so I've decided, I think, then I'm going to move over to PSE, away from the Matthews. It's just sheer adjustability, I think.
User ability, yeah.
I
So
guess,
you
I mean,
can do it in different things. different
Matthews'
ways.
new bow is adjustable too, but it's
Hmm.
also twice the cost, and
True.
you know what I mean. So I think I'm going to move to a PSE Embark.
Which is also a
Yeah, it's a-
savage piece
It's a
of unit.
savage bow, yeah.
The thing is nuts. That one comes
It's
in
really-
this olive drab, Ed.
Yeah, and special ops black.
Yeah, and special ops.
I'm
black.
going with special ops black for
It's
sure.
called the PSE Embark.
It's
Wow.
pretty nice. We shot them actually.
Yes.
Shout out to Archer's Nook where
Again,
where
yes.
Gary got his bow. Actually, those guys took great
Treated
care,
us real good.
for sure, and they let us shoot a couple embarks.
Yeah.
They even had a left-handed one there for you. I was
Yeah.
shocked.
That we just kind of looked at him. We were, because he asked first. He's like, "Is there one around?" Because we figured right-handed one. There's probably one around that's at least got a rest on it, right? So they were like, "Yeah, you can go have a couple shots." And he was tuning my bow at the time, and I'm like, "Is there any way you got a left-handed one, maybe that you could throw a rest on for me?" He's like, I got a whisker biscuit here. I can throw that on. I'm like, yeah.
There you go.
Like, they treated us real good, man.
Yeah, they were great.
Like, don't get me wrong. I spent a whack of money there. But they saw the potential in the future visits.
Yeah.
Which was nice. So that way they treated us really good. They gave us all kinds of information, let us shoot whatever we wanted. It was a fantastic experience.
Yeah, it was a pretty
highly
great experience
recommended
for sure. Yeah, those guys are top notch.
Yeah.
But we shot those embarks, and man,
smooth,
felt like great,
smooth,
fast.
Oh yeah,
real
blistering
fast. It's a binary cam system, so that's another weird move for me. I'm going from a solo cam bow to a binary cam,
because the binary cam is considered a medium cam, right? And then there's the full-on dual cam.
I'm not really sure how it works. I think the difference between a dual cam and a dual cam and a binary cam is the binary cams are both the same.
Oh,
right?
okay.
They're binary. But the double cams are, I think they're larger on most bows, and I think they can be differently shaped just slightly.
Mm-hmm. Folks, if any of you guys know out there for sure what the difference is between a binary cam and...
I guess binary doesn't mean the same size, though. It just means the same rotation. You know what I mean, Ed? What do you think? He has no idea.
Binary means two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So two the same.
So two the same, basically.
That's all. The word binary itself is basically just means two.
Yeah, that would be the understanding. Then would be two of the same cam.
Either way, if we're wrong, let us know.
Yeah, fuck knows.
We like learning stuff, so don't be afraid to share.
I probably should have researched that long before I talked about this shit.
Because that's like computers speaking binary code.
Yeah, you just kind of get on a track and you talk about stuff.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
People don't think we're stupid. They just think we're distractible.
Easily
because we're kind of like squirrels.
Yeah, I see something shiny.
I picture it more like the dog on Up Who Sees a Squirrel, because we could be just here and I was like, squirrel!
I actually haven't seen that movie.
I haven't seen that movie either.
No?
That's one of the very few Pixar movies I haven't seen.
We're watching that show now where the people
Yellowstone.
No, we're done that one. We watched the third season before we watched
the they watched the last season aired before the first episode.
Anyway.
Yellowstone?
It was an accident, yeah.
Which you watch?
Have you seen it?
By the way,
I've been watching it. I just started watching it recently.
Kevin Costner, it's a good fucking... Weirdly, how okay they are with murdering people. Not to give any spoilers away, but
death.
It's like, yeah, we'll just kill him. What are we going to do with this problem? Just kill him.
We'll kill him, bury him out back.
Easy, bury him out in
somewhere in the hills
of Montana.
Imagine if that was a thing. Like you had enough hills that you could bury somebody, and
I think that happened back there. Back in the day, there,
of course.
For sure.
I grew up in Rocky River. I grew up in the middle of a national park. Same thing.
Yeah, but that's the bog, boy.
That's all. That's
no,
better.
I'm talking about the hill. The mountains of the hill. And the bogs.
That's better again. The bog's even better again.
Bog swallow you right up.
Take him to bottomless pond there.
It's not actually bottomless.
No, but it does have big crevasses.
It's pretty deep.
Crevasses.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is, isn't it? What's that?
You got a big crevasse?
No. No, like that, you fucking dickhead. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. Yeah, no, it was a good weekend. Anyway.
Yeah. So we got some more shooting coming up, too.
Yeah, for sure. We got to go.
Yeah, we got to go tomorrow.
Yeah, or tomorrow, yeah.
Yeah.
At our secret location.
What?
At our secret location.
Yes. The secret range.
Area 99.
Hidden right in the middle of the fucking city.
It's perfect.
It's impressive.
Why don't you drop up, Ed?
Yes, bud. Drop up first, Bill.
Yes,
Come on,
Couple arrows, boy. Just get on the
Yeah,
private
soon as
jet, Brian. Come on.
no. As soon as I get my pilot license and buys a plane, I'll be up.
Ed,
Should we do that tomorrow?
listen, man. Do you know how cheap plane tickets are right now?
$5.
You could come up for a long weekend.
I'm betting they're not that cheap.
All you got to do is not have COVID.
We can help.
You know what I mean? Don't
If
have
it's for
COVID.
you to come up and do some activities and chill for a weekend or something. Yeah, we can help.
For a long weekend. Well, no. How much are they? Like, have you looked at them? Like, how much are they realistically?
Like under 500 return.
That's pretty cheap.
Okay, so
actually.
they're still
Fucking-
pricey, but not terrible. Not terrible.
I think that's a pretty good price.
That's quite good price.
It's like $200.
It's
each
normally
way.
$500 just to get off the island.
Yeah, but that's only if you're coming to Canada, which I find kind of weird.
It's kind of crazy.
It's
how
cheaper to
expensive it is
fly to Paris.
off
We
the
can
island.
we can literally fly to Paris for less than to fly to Toronto.
That's actually true. That's weird.
It's so fucked
That
up. Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. You know, oh, you want to fly all the way over the Atlantic? Okay, that's much cheaper than just
Yeah.
flying over right
Nova
there.
Scotia.
Yeah.
I remember one time I priced the ticket.
Oh,
from
I knows what it is.
St.
I knows
John's
what
to
it
Deer Lake, and it was like $750 one way. I was
What?
like, what? Qu'est-ce
It's
que
a
fuck?
45-minute flight.
It's not. It's like you don't even flatten out. You literally, you're like up and we're back down. It's
I
ridiculous.
just realized why it costs more to leave and go to Toronto than it does to go to like Europe.
There's not as much
They have to
traffic
fly
in
over-
Newfoundland.
No, they got to fly over Quebec.
That's not
They
very
won't-
nice.
They'd rather fly over the North Atlantic than fly over Quebec.
My girlfriend's French, eh?
Ooh.
You want her to like
What's
you,
French
Ed.
have to do with anything? What's French have to do with anything?
Like Quebec French. You're talking
So,
shit
Quebec what?
about her province, bro.
Oh. Fight!
And when she gets vexed, it's not good. Oh fuck. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. It is ridiculous that you can
Yeah, don't make
literally
any
fly
sense.
to another
Don't make any
country
sense.
across the fucking ocean, but to fly within your own
And-
country.
and the
Why do you
North
think nobody
Atlantic
takes
at that, right?
vacation in their own country when it costs you fucking $1,000 to fly from Newfoundland to Alberta?
We just need to figure out gravity propulsion.
I had a real good topic, but apparently everybody's getting pulled off of YouTube for it, so we won't go.
What? What is it? What is it?
No, you
What?
literally,
What?
they literally pull you
Just
down.
tell me the topic. It doesn't even got to talk about
Just
it.
by bringing up the topic?
COVID meds.
Oh, like the shot.
No, meds that they were using to treat it before they had the vaccine. treatments.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Ed?
I don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
nothing
yeah.
about it.
One you can kind of
Yeah.
say on YouTube works, and then on the other one, you can't say its name or you get pulled down. Not demonetized.
They take your video down.
They pull the video.
Right. All right. Well, moving
So
on.
we won't talk about that. As much as I'd like to ruffle feathers.
Ruffle, ruffle,
It's my
ruffle.
favorite thing to do. Just fuck with people.
It can be fun.
It's always fun.
It can be fun.
Mhm.
Do you think we could hang a target up in here?
Why not?
I mean,
Like-
I'd like to say it's dangerous, but I don't really care.
Like right over there,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then stand right here, like a hanging one.
Yeah.
Boys are doing it in their single car garage.
Hang it in the doorway.
No, just
Oh, back there. Yeah.
get like
Set a
you know, the
chin.
chin up bars that you screw onto the wall.
Just hang it
Get
from
one of
there.
them, hang it from that.
I do that. They have competitions.
You
Well,
just
maybe
knock
you'll
the
see
draw.
that on the next show.
Knock,
Can you imagine?
just knock the draw weight down to like 25 pounds.
Just back the limbs all the way out.
Yeah.
Fuck that. All right, folks. And on that note, now we're getting out of hand.
It's getting
We're going to end the show, I
dangerous.
think. As usual, it's always great having you on, buddy. We're glad you could make it tonight.
Thanks for coming, buddy.
Yeah.
So check us out on Instagram because again, we're going to keep doing updates with all the archery
Yeah.
stuff that we're going to be at the challenges, just at the range.
His bow build will be coming shortly. Mine will probably be coming relatively soon now at this point. I just got to put the order in and we'll be good to go.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. Have a great night.
Thanks for coming out again.
We'll see you
We
at the end
love
of the
ya.
day.
Bye.
See you later.